You start to think they're different, that maybe they're really there for you. You begin to believe that finally, someone truly sees you. In those first moments, you feel secure, you feel whole. But then, there's a change, isn't there? It's slow, subtle, creeping in so gradually you almost don't notice. A quiet voice hints that something's off, but you ignore it, because you've already seen the best of them, haven't you? And so, you start to wonder if maybe it's you. Maybe you're the issue. Maybe you're overreacting, being overly sensitive, imagining things. Because surely they couldn't do that, could they? They play you, note by note, like a piano, with soft touches and harsher strikes, twisting the sound until you're left questioning what tune is even playing. They begin to plant little seeds, quiet doubts about your own thoughts, your own reality. They ask, "Are you sure?" Or, "Why would you think that?" Until your truth feels like quicksand, slipping away every time you try to stand on it. That's how it begins, right? They alter reality just enough to make you doubt yourself, to make you feel that maybe you're somehow at fault. Each time you try to stand up for what you know to be true, they turn the screws a little tighter. They tell you that you're being difficult, that you're overthinking, that you're creating problems where none exist. And then you begin to wonder, is it me? Am I really losing my mind here? That's the beauty of gaslighting, you see. It's subtle, quiet, like a thief in the night, stealing piece by piece until you no longer remember what it's like to feel secure, to trust yourself. They wear you down slowly, carefully, with such precision that you almost feel grateful they're there, even as they dismantle you, bit by bit. While you're drowning in doubt, struggling to stay afloat in a sea of confusion, they stand back, calm and composed, smiling like a magician who's pulled off the ultimate trick. They've crafted a world where they're untouchable, where every question and doubt you raise becomes more evidence against you. They watch as you scramble to hold it together, trying to convince yourself you're not going insane. And here's the kicker. While they twist reality, making you question everything you know, they're also building their own story, their own narrative. In their story, you're the crazy one, the one who can't be trusted. They turn every concern, every accusation back on you, twisting and warping it, so they're no longer the problem. You are. They've made you feel small, broken, and lost, all while keeping their own hands clean. When you finally try to speak up, to explain what's been happening, no one believes you, do they? Because they've painted you as irrational, unstable, impossible to deal with. They've spun the story so that you're the villain, the one who's impossible to reason with. And by the time you see it, by the time you realize the game they've been playing, they've already won. But here's the thing they don't understand. Breaking someone down like that, twisting their reality, doesn't make them weak. No, it has the opposite effect. It forces them to build a new strength, a new clarity, one forged from the ashes of everything that was taken. Because once you've seen the truth, once you've felt a betrayal that deep, you can't go back. You become sharper, wiser, stronger. They thought they could destroy you, leave you shattered and questioning yourself forever. But what they didn't realize is that every time they tried to convince you of their lies, they were only sharpening your sense of truth. Every time they twisted your words, they were helping you find your voice. Each time they tried to make you feel small, they were forcing you to discover a strength you didn't know you had. Now, standing on the other side, as you look back at the chaos they tried to create, you see it clearly for what it was. A desperate attempt to keep control, to avoid facing the accountability they feared so much. They tried to convince you that you were broken, beyond repair. But the only broken thing here was their own truth, because people like that run from their own reflection. They build walls of lies and deception, thinking that if they make enough noise, enough confusion, no one will see what's really underneath. They project their insecurities, their faults onto you, hoping you'll carry the weight so they don't have to. They're terrified of facing themselves, so they convince you that you're the one who's lost, who's broken. But now you see it, don't you? You see that their power was never real. It was an illusion, a trick, a fragile lie that depended on you questioning yourself. And now that you've regained your footing, seen through the smoke and mirrors, their hold on you is gone. You've taken back your reality, reclaimed your sanity, and they're left standing in the ruins of the world they tried to create, watching as you walk away, stronger and unbroken. They underestimated you. They thought you'd stay down, never find the truth, never reclaim yourself. But here you are, standing tall, knowing their lies hold no weight, that their games have no effect. And with each step you take forward, they're left to face the truth they tried so hard to escape. Because at the end of it all, they're still trapped in the web they wove, while you've walked free. They thought they'd crippled you, that by tearing down your self-worth, making you doubt every thought, every feeling, you'd remain crawling in their shadow. They imagined they'd clipped your wings for good, leaving you dependent on their validation. But here's the thing about people who build their power on deception. Their control only lasts as long as you believe the lies. The moment you start questioning, reclaiming the fragments of yourself they tried to shatter, their power crumbles to dust. And the beauty of it? They had no idea that with each gaslighting word, they were building your resilience. Every denial, every twist of the truth was tempering your mind, forcing you to rebuild. In trying to break you, they created someone who can see through masks, someone who can sense deception from miles away. Look back at those moments when they tried to break you. They may have felt like hell, endless nights of second guessing, but those battles with your own mind were a training ground. They were fires that refined you, strengthened you. Each time they twisted your words or dismissed your feelings, you were learning to trust your instincts, to value your own voice. They thought they were erasing you, but instead, they were helping you find parts of yourself that could never be silenced or twisted. Now, as you stand here, you see it all clearly. You see how their world is built on fragile lies, their confidence a mask for their fears. Because people who gaslight, who manipulate, are terrified of being truly seen. They wear their charm like armor, thinking it'll protect them. But deep down, they know they're hollow, that their power only lasts as long as others can't see through them. But you're past that now. You've emerged from their fog, no longer bound by the illusions they spun. You've reclaimed your mind, your sense of self, and there's no going back. The truth is, they could never truly own you, because strength like yours, resilience like yours, can't be broken by cheap tricks and whispered lies. You know who you are now, and that's one thing they can never take from you. Let them stay there, tangled in their web, caught in a cycle of deception they'll never escape. While they keep up their charade, playing games with others who haven't yet seen what you see, you've found freedom. Freedom from their lies, from their control. You've stepped into a world where you're finally free to be yourself, without their attempts to dim your light. Maybe someday, they'll realize what they lost. Understand that by trying to keep you small, they only forged someone too powerful for their games. They may wonder why their charm no longer works on you, why their words no longer sting. But by then, it'll be too late. You're not going back to that twisted world. You've moved forward, wiser, stronger, completely out of their reach. Let them talk, twist, try to spin their story. You've seen the truth, and there's no greater strength than that. Each step you take is a testament to your resilience, a celebration of the strength you've found. You've emerged from the shadows, reclaiming the narrative they almost stole. Every breath is a declaration of your truth, a reminder that you'll never again let someone dictate your reality. Embrace the lessons, the scars. They're not signs of weakness, but symbols of survival. You're no longer a player in their game. You're the author of your own story, creating a future where your voice reigns, free from the lies of the past. So go forward, knowing you're powerful beyond measure, capable of navigating any storm. The only way to truly lose is to stop believing in yourself